When we want to extract information from files, it's useful to be able to load the entire contents of the document into a variable. And we have a function in PHP to do that, file get contents of the URL of the document. So we can extract information from a remote document such as an HTML file by using this function. That becomes very powerful when we have multiple files or multiple HTML documents that are very similar but contain different data records or different data about different items. So we can use a repetitive structure to scan or parse, as we say, the contents of these multiple files to extract meaningful information such as telephone numbers or email addresses from multiple files on a website. Let's look at that in practice. We open the snippet file handling get file contents get HTML file and save it as get file contents in the demo directory. This script is looking at a specific HTML file in a URL. We've set up 3 files, to-woo, to-wit, and to-write in this directory. We use the get file contents to read the entire HTML contents into the variable page content. We're then going to replace the HTML tags with their literal counterparts. So every less than tag is going to be replaced with an ampersand LT, and every greater than tag with an ampersand GT and a break. So it will be readable, and then we'll echo the page contents. So let's see what that does now. If we refresh our demo folder, get file contents, it looks at this file and actually regurgitates all of the HTML code. But of course, if we look at the page source for this, it's not actually HTML code at all, because all of the tags have been replaced by their LT and GT equivalents with break tags at the end of each line so that it's readable. If we now delete all of that and replace it with the snippet extract content, we now take this a step further. We're going to create a function get text between strings, and the source is going to be the file contents, and the left string and the right string will be the delimiters of what we want. So in the first instance, we're going to get the file contents and then echo get the text between the strings title tag and end title tag. So from our file here, what we're trying to get is that title string there and echo that to the browser. Similarly, we're getting the string between the start string of email, colon, etc. So we're seeking to extract this piece of text from the whole document. And we're doing the same thing as before by replacing the less than and greater than tags so that we can read the page content and see what we're getting. Let's save that and run the file by refreshing that get file contents. And we're extracting content from this file, and we've printed out title, product page, product A. So that function has successfully worked. And I leave it to you to work through this function. There's nothing in there that shouldn't be familiar to you. The strIpos is finding the position of left string in the variable source, but it's a case insensitive position finding function. We've used string length before and trim and substring before, so you should be able to follow through that function and understand why that function delivers the text between those title tags, and in this case between the email, mail to, and the close tag symbol. It's a fairly simple extension to move on to doing that for multiple files, and as I said earlier, we've done 3 files, to-woo, to-wit, and to-write, and so we've set up a URL string pre-string, which is the directory information for those files, and an array of the files. We're repetitively finding the files, so for each of that file array, set up the URL string, extract the contents to the variable page content, and echo to the browser the title, the product, and the email. And we're using the same function as before. So if we save that and then refresh the browser, we're able to extract the title of the page, the product that it's talking about, and the email contact for the person perhaps, or the company that's dealing with that product. So an example there of how to extract useful information from similar files on a website.